I've been feeling kind of down today. And it's not like anything, I mean, the day should have gone fine. It's just like my reaction to the day has been suboptimal. I've also been thinking about how over the past few months, I've been having like this weird cycle of an argument going on to where, like for instance, um, usually it's at work with a coworker or something like that, where we'll do something. I won't really want to do it, but I'll just whatever. I'll help out, or I'll just kind of not even gonna bother. Just I'll just help out. I'll just go along. I'm not even gonna like argue or whatever. Or if I think we should do something else, sometimes I just won't even like bring it up. I'll just be like, you know what, whatever. But then later on, I get a little pissy, and I just get like kind of meh, and we like get in a little argument. Like it's like I have a hard time not like bringing that up. What like oh well, we shouldn't have done that anyway. And then we get like a little bicker back and forth a little bit, and then I feel bad. I feel really bad. So then I just like even if I do think there were issues with what we tried with what we did, or the method we tried, or whatever. I then just like kind of like take all the blame. Like, well, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm just what? Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. But I think that might. I don't know. I don't have a very clear like thought of how to describe it because I don't have a very clear like analysis of what it is. But I would think it does have to be tied with, I believe, that everybody has, let's call them emotion goggles. You know, like beer goggles? Well, emotion goggles would be how memories and things in the current, or your perception of anything, things that have happened or things that are happening now, are tinted by your emotions. Let's just say emotion goggles. Well, I feel that maybe this cycle could also be affected by your emotional perception of events. Maybe at the time I didn't really think about it, but it's just that now that whenever I get pissy, then I can't think about what happened logically, and I think about it. Oh, like oh yeah, the whole time I didn't like it. So I'm like misleading myself into thinking, yeah, I was disliking it, even though at the time I was like, fuck it, whatever. And it's only a recent thing. I have the feeling that maybe estrogen has an effect on emotion goggles. Maybe estrogen has increases, like let's imagine it increases the refraction of the emotion goggles to where I fear that my analysis of things that have happened or happening can be tinted more by my emotional state now than it was before my transition. And so that could mean that really only two things are happening, but three things are happening in my head once the second thing, which is really the first thing, happens. So we do something, we get an argument for no reason. I retroactively remember that as me not wanting to do that, and so then I get all pissy and I use that and everyone else is like, what? What are you twisting things for? And it's like, fucking hell. It's hard to remember. I mean, it's hard to keep an unbiased opinion of everything. And then after that I'm like, you know what? I'm whatever. Just fuck. I'm sorry. We'll do it whatever way you want, even if it has issues. But I think that can kind of make me come off as a pissy person or just not really nice to be around. I don't know. It's just like, fuck. Maybe it's just a thing of, well, it could just be a thing of getting older. It could just be a thing of random chance of Maybe certain coworkers that I'm just getting a little annoyed with. Who knows? Could be anything. I'm not having a very good way of describing what I'm meaning, though, I don't think. I think I need to think on this longer and think about it some more. Because, like, for instance, I can only think of, like, maybe 5 or 6 examples. I believe that my second closer analysis of where I accidentally retroactively change my memories to where they fuel my frustration. I think that's probably what's actually happening. Oh well. It's a shame that we have memory that is so volatile. Because our memory would be so much better if we were using like RAM from a computer. That'd be so awesome. Because then we wouldn't forget stuff, or at least we wouldn't forget stuff accidentally. And if we did forget things, we would just forget them, or we'd still have them. We can chuck memories out, but we won't have memories that just kind of like change and fall to mush. Aside from the possibility of ionic discharges and stuff like that, or like whenever subatomic particles from outer space like go through the RAM and mess it up, because that does happen. But oh well. We're just see that's the issue with analogies, is that anytime you make analogies. Actually, I guess that wasn't much of an analogy. That was talking like, oh yeah, what if we did have RAM for a brain? But it was very close to an analogy because it also showed up other issues. Because analogies always have issues because there's always other issues that it's like, well, once you rope a whole other system into this as an analogy, you're roping in all the other problems with it. I don't know. But yeah, so I've just been thinking about like what issues I currently have with like bickering with coworkers and stuff like that, and what ways to solve them. And it seems like it's a very recent like personality and emotional change that's occurred. So it might be transition related. I don't know. Only one way to find out, by documenting this and compiling the evidence, or compiling the data in the future, and to keep thinking about it. Well, I'm going to keep thinking about it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See ya!